Hi, my name is Shure. I'm a DJ and producer from Berlin. Today I'm going to show you how to use this cowbell sound to create the lead out of my Miombo cowbell dub, which sounds like that. I'm gonna show you through the process how I got from the initial sound to the finished project, only using Ableton and the sounds of production music live. So as you can hear here, I used the snare, I used the cowbell as a snare on the 2 and the 4. There's only some small variations here. Alright, so this is the starting of the cowbell sound in the track. Then I'm gonna skip a little bit the mid part. You can check it in the template of Production Music Live. I'm gonna go to the lead sound. Alright, as you can see here, there was nothing special and no magic used in the lead sound. It's very, very simple MIDI. Actually, when I made the track, I was just experimenting around a little bit. I did like on the MIDI keyboard, and yeah, this is what came out after. As you can also hear, if I add on a click, it's not quantized at all. It's very offbeat. It's not following any rhythm or any grid, which I found out later is quite characteristic or was quite cool, and gave it an interesting twist, especially in combination with the glitch delay. Here you can hear it's very, very loose, and yeah, it's not following any rule. But as soon as the beat drops back in, it is following the beat, it's following the grid, and it's quantized. I think this contrast was pretty interesting and also makes this very energetic peak of the track. And actually it was an accident. When I recorded it, of course it was not quantized, but I kind of forgot to quantize it in the break, and then I was like, okay, it sounds actually way nicer if it's only quantized when the beat is back in. If there's no other elements, I can do whatever because there's no rhythm which is interfering with. Coming to the next part is the cowbell as it is a cowbell, so there's naturally not much low end to it. So what I did to fix that, I just added a layer, an operator layer. Very simple, I just drew a little waveform, cut it, the high frequencies, made a little low cut, and I had a bass layer on top of it. It's very subtle, you don't really hear a lot. You can play it without the cowbell. But together it adds this little bit of extra energy in the break because there's no low end at all in the break, and it's nice to have contrast, but it's also nice to have a little bit of all frequencies at all given times. So yeah, this is how it sounds layered. And yeah, I think the next things I'm going to show you is the processing I did on the cowbell sound. The main signature sound here is the audio effect rack I used, and delay of the audio effect rack. Basically just made a glitch delay, put it in a chain, played around with the dry and wet and the volume of the processed effect part of the sound. To maybe demonstrate it, I'm gonna recreate this quickly. So what I did, also in the original remix I did, and in this remake, I used very simple. I just went to delay, modulated delay, glitch delay. Voila. You have the glitch delay and a way to group it. I mean, you can search for audio effect rack and drag it in, but I learned from my good friend Chos that there's an easier option. You can just press Command G, which is grouping it, and you can just go here and you have the chain. So to create a chain or to create the effect, I just duplicated the signal, put one to around 30 or 20 something percent dry wet, and the other to full effect. What I did then, I was just playing around with the dry wet and the volume. I just automated both of those values to create like a movement and to create like some peaks and lows, and show you the automations quickly. But yeah, it's really nothing special. Here's the volume automation of the fully processed signal. And I made a very slight, but only in the band. And in the end, I made a very mini automation for the feedback. And on this part of the chain, I just automated the dry wet, as you can see here. So it loses itself, and then it's going back up. You know, like you have this like weird trippy effect. So yeah, that's about the basic or the main part of the processing I did. And the rest is pretty self-explaining. I did a compression just to make the entire signal a little bit more together, louder. Here I just added some gain, just utility. I don't know why I did this twice, but yeah, there's a limiter. So I just added some volume here. Also, like an important part of the sound, I can show you how it sounds without a saturation. Saturation is always very interesting for drums. I always use saturation on my drums. I can over-exaggerate the drive so you hear it better, because the effect was quite slightly. This is how it sounds. This is what a drive, the saturation does. So the saturation just brings up all this like small frequencies you don't really hear much, and it makes the sound more dirty and more rich and fuller. Here I just made a very simple equalizing job. I have a high pass and a low pass here and here, and I just got rid of some resonance frequencies. But yeah, and because it was quite sharp, the sound I just cut off some of the height, and yeah, that's about it. This is how I made the sound. Yeah, on the master, maybe I did a master with Ableton only as well. So on your, by the way, everything used in this template and everything you see here is a recreation of my initial project, but it's all made with only Production Music Live plugins and sounds and Ableton effects. So yeah, the masters chain here is also quite simple. There's nothing special or no really crazy thing about it. Just some slight saturation. Most of the values here are on default. Then there's equalizer, which is like we have a little low cut, just boosting the high end a little bit. Which is nice for with the Ableton EQ8, you can use the mids and sides. So you go to mode and mids and side, and then you can select if you want to select the mid of the sound or like the sides, and you can boost the certain region. And so that's what I did. I went to the sides, gave it a little boost here to make the highs more like richer and more like more banging if you like. And yeah, here around 200 hertz, you can almost blindly, sometimes it depends on the project, but duck it a little bit because there's a lot of stuff going on usually, drums, bass, kick. So around 200 hertz, I made a little cut, or like I added here a little bit the band. And the rest is pretty self-explaining. It's just an equalizer. Here there's a utility to boost the sound, the loudness, the gain. I put the bass on mono, gave the width like 115%, so it's not taking all the signal. Then a very slight channel equalizer to boost a little bit of the low end, a little bit of the highs. The mids were okay. Have a glue compressor to glue it all together, and also like the attack here on 10, the small release, normal ratio on 4, and yeah, the values here you probably know already. And then in the end, the last part is a little limiter again to give it a little bit more of the volume. And this is about it. This is the main part of the job. So if you're interested in how I made the rest of the song, again, all PML and Ableton sounds, you can get the template, and there's lots of stuff to discover, I think. Also how I made the drum sounds in the track here. I'm around here. So yeah, there's more stuff to see. I made some transients tricks. I made how I edit my drums. Yeah, how I did my effects. So yeah, I hope this could help. I hope you know now how I did the lead sound of my Miombo cowbell dub. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can learn, or you can use some of this for your own productions. If you like this video, or if you have any questions, drop a comment below. I wish you a great day and hopefully see you soon.